merciful, O Lord, we have received in the midst of your temple. Your praise, O God, like your name, reaches to the ends of the earth, and your right hand is filled with saving justice. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. The Lord be with you. And with your spirit. My friends, as we prepare to celebrate these mysteries, we call to mind our sins. Lord, have mercy.
Lord, have mercy.
Christ, have mercy.
Christ, have mercy.
Lord, have mercy.
Lord, have mercy.
Almighty God, have mercy on us, forgive us our sins, and bring us to everlasting life.
Amen.
Let us pray. O God, who in the abasement of your Son have raised up the fallen world, fill with your faithful with holy joy. For on those you have rescued from slavery to sin, you bestow eternal gladness. Through our Lord Jesus Christ, your Son, who lives and reigns with you in the unity of the Holy Spirit, one God, forever and ever.
Amen.
A reading from the book of the prophet Hosea. Thus says the Lord, they made kings in Israel, but not by my authority. They established princes, but without my approval. With their silver and gold they made idols for themselves, to their own destruction. Cast away the calf of Samaria. My wrath is kindled against them. How long will they be unable to attain innocence in Israel? The work of an artisan, no God at all, destined for the flames, such as the calf of Samaria. When they sow the wind, they shall reap the whirlwind. The stalk of grain that forms no ear can yield no flour. Even if it could, strangers would swallow it. When Ephraim made many altars that expiate sin, his altars became occasions of sin. Though I write for him many witnesses, they are considered as strangers. Though they offer sacrifice, emulate flesh, and eat it, the Lord is not pleased with them. He shall still remember their guilt and punish their sins. They shall return to Egypt. The word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God.
Our response, the house of Israel trusts in the Lord.
The house of Israel trusts in the Lord.
Our God is in heaven. Whatever he wills, he does. Their idols are silver and gold, the handiwork of men. The house of Israel trusts in the Lord. They have mouths but speak not. They have eyes but see not. They have ears but hear not. They have noses but smell not. The house of Israel trusts in the Lord. They have hands but feel not. They have feet but walk not. Their makers shall be like them, everyone that trusts in them. The house of Israel trusts in the Lord.
The Lord be with you. And with your spirit. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew.
Glory to you, Lord.
A demoniac who could not speak was brought to Jesus. And when the demon was driven out, the mute man spoke. The crowds were amazed and said, "Nothing like this has ever been seen in Israel." But the Pharisees said, "He drives out demons by the prince of demons." Jesus went around to all the towns and villages, teaching in their synagogues, proclaiming the gospel of the kingdom, and curing every disease and illness. At the sight of the crowds, his heart was moved with pity for them, because they were troubled and abandoned, like sheep without a shepherd. Then he said to his disciples, The harvest is abundant, but the laborers are few. So ask the master of the harvest to send out laborers for his harvest. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Whenever we get to this particular gospel, naturally we should be thinking about vocations to the priesthood and religious life. Jesus tells us today in the gospel that we're supposed to be praying for that. He tells us that there are few, so because of that, we're supposed to be praying for more vocations. I challenge us all to do so every day, maybe several times a day, because the future looks bleak. When I was in the seminary, there was about maybe 25, 30 seminarians in the seminary. Today we have less than 15. That tells you something. Either somebody's not answering the call, or it's not serious to the people that are in the pew, because they're not focusing their attention on praying for vocations. You have heard it over the last couple of decades about the need for vocations. We've all heard it. But the question is whether or not we're trying to do something about it. There are people in our midst that perhaps have a vocation that someone ever said to them, you would make a good priest, sister. We don't have that. It doesn't happen very often. We're supposed to be encouraging people as much as we possibly can to do different things that perhaps they have thought about, but they have not been encouraged or they have not been thinking seriously about. I can't tell you how many people in my life that I have met, older people, that have said, when I was little, I always thought I would want to be a priest or a sister. Isn't it kind of funny that, they look at their lives now and they say to me this, maybe I should have. So often in life, there are a lot of things that I should have. Sometimes we don't exactly take it seriously. We know our conscience is leading us in one way, and we know that our Holy Spirit is doing the same thing, leading us to a different call, perhaps. A challenging call, yes, but one that is so needed to fill the world, to demonstrate the message of the gospel. Today, as we continue this Mass, pray seriously for vocations. Try to make it an effort to do it every single day. Because a day without the Eucharist being available to us is a day that we don't necessarily have what we need in order to survive. May we pray for everything. Trusting in God's compassion and mercy, let us confidently bring Him our prayers and petitions for the Church. May the Lord strengthen us in our mission to spread the gospel. We pray to you, Lord. For those in public office, may the gifts of the Spirit form their decisions toward the common good. We pray to the Lord. For those who are suffering because of illness, physical, mental, or spiritual, may the Lord comfort them and heal their affliction. We pray to the Lord. Hear our prayer. For those of us gathered here today, may the Lord encourage us to remain faithful to the labor in the fields and to pray each day for the vocations of His world. We pray to the Lord. Lord, hear our prayer. For all who have died, may they be welcomed by the Lord into the joy of His eternal presence. We pray to the Lord. Lord, hear our prayer. For Joseph Cammarosano, who we remember in this Mass, and for all the intentions we hold in the silence of our hearts. Lord. Let us pray to the Lord. Lord, hear our prayer. Father in heaven, we have asked you to bless us with hearing our pleas. We ask you to invite others to your coming to the altar filled with petitions to be graced by your Son. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. Blessed are you, Lord God, of creation. For your goodness we have this branch of which earth is given and human hands have made. It will become for us the bread of life. Blessed be God forever. Blessed are you, Lord God, of creation. For your goodness we have this wine to offer. For the divine love of human hands will become our spiritual bread. Blessed be God forever. Pray, my friends, that my sacrifice and yours be acceptable to God and Almighty Father. The Lord is the sacrifice of our hands. For his glory Amen. May this oblation dedicated to your name purify us, O Lord. Day by day bring our contact closer to the life of heaven. Through Christ our Lord. The Lord be with you. And with your spirit. Lift up your hearts. Let us give thanks to the Lord our God. It is right. It is truly right and just, our duty and our salvation, always and everywhere to give you thanks. Lord, Holy Father, Almighty and eternal God. In him we have been pleased to renew all things, giving us a share in his fullness. For though he was in the form of God, he emptied himself, and by the blood of his cross brought peace to all creation. Therefore, he has been exalted above all things, and all who obey him has been the source of eternal salvation. And so, with angels and archangels, with thrones and dominions, with all the hosts and powers of heaven, we join in the hymn of glory as without end we acclaim. Holy, 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 Lord God of hosts, heaven and earth are full of your glory. Hosanna in the highest. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Hosanna in the highest. You are indeed holy, O Lord, with all things. Make holy, therefore, these gifts, we pray, by sending down your Spirit upon them like the dewfall, so that they may become for us the body and blood of our Lord Jesus Christ. At the time he was betrayed and entered willingly into his passion, he took bread and giving thanks, broke bread, gave it to his disciples, and said, "Take this, all of you, and eat of it, for this is my body, which will be given up for you." In a similar way, when the supper was ended, he took the chalice, and once more giving thanks, gave it to his disciples, and said, "Take this, all of you, and drink from it, for this is the chalice of my blood, the blood of the new and eternal covenant, which will be poured out for you and for many for the forgiveness of sins. Do this in memory of me." The mystery of faith. When we eat this bread or drink this cup, we proclaim your death forever until you come again. Therefore, as we celebrate your glorious death and resurrection, we offer you, Lord, the bread of life and the chalice of salvation, giving thanks that you have held us worthy to be in your presence and minister to you. Humbly we pray that partaking in the body and blood of Christ and be gathered as one by the Holy Spirit. Remember, Lord, your church spread throughout the world and bring her to the fullness of charity, together with Francis our Pope, without our Bishop, and with all the clergy. Remember also our brothers and sisters who have fallen asleep in the hope of the resurrection, and all who have died in your mercy. Welcome them as the light of your face. Have mercy on us all. Make us worthy to share eternal life with Mary, the Virgin Mother of God, Joseph, her spouse, and all the blessed apostles and saints whom you have pleased may please you throughout the ages. We may endeavor to be co-heirs to eternal life, and may praise and glorify you through your Son, Jesus Christ. Through him and with him and in him, our God, Almighty Father, in the unity of the Holy Spirit, all glory and honor is yours forever and ever. Amen. The Savior's command, informed by divine teaching, dare to say, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Deliver us, Lord, we pray, from every evil. Graciously grant peace in our days, that by the help of your mercy we may be always free from sin and safe from all distress, as we await the blessed hope, the coming of the Savior, Jesus Christ. For the kingdom, the power, and the glory, first and now and forever. Lord Jesus Christ, you said to your apostles, Peace I leave you, my peace I give you. Look not on our sins, but the faith of your church. And graciously grant your peace and unity, in accordance with your will, who live and reign forever and ever. Amen. Peace of the Lord be with you always. And with your spirit. Lamb of God, take away the sins of the world, have mercy on us. Lamb of God, take away the sins of the world, have mercy on us. Lamb of God, take away the sins of the world, grant us peace. Behold the Lamb of God. Behold him who takes away the sins of the world. Blessed are those called to the supper of the Lamb. Lord, I am not worthy that you should enter under my roof, but only say the word, and my soul shall be healed. Come to me, all who labor and are burdened, and I will refresh you, says the Lord. Let us pray. Grant, we pray, Lord, that having been replenished with such great gifts, we may gain the prize of salvation and never cease to praise you. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. The Lord be with you. And with your spirit. May Almighty God bless you, the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Go in peace. Saint Michael, the Archangel, defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God hold you within, we humbly pray. And do thou, the Prince of the heavenly host, by the power of God, cast into hell Satan, all the evil spirits, who prowl about the world, seeking the ruin of souls. Have a great day, everyone.
You too, Father.